Hello, and hello. I don't think anyone's here, which is great. Just me. Can I just double check? I just want to check my audio is working. Is it working? Is it working? Ah, cool. The sound's not coming through the right bit, but I think it is working indeed. Awesome. Right, let's get started then. So I'm not really expecting anyone to be here. I am curious about Blitz.js. I want to find out a little bit more about it. And to do that, I'm going to pull up their documentation and see if I can work through their starting exercises. So Blitz.js, so it's the full stack React framework. It's built on Next.js, which I know and love. It's inspired by Ruby on Rails, which I know nothing about, apart from I know a little bit of Ruby, a little bit. I feel like it looks a little bit like Python, which I know a bit more of. But Ruby on Rails and Laravel kind of have similar, like they exist in similar spaces, and I do know Laravel, or well, no is a bit of a big word, right? But I am aware of Laravel and have done some work on it. So let's see. It's a zero API data layer. I don't know what that means. Oh, that seems to have stopped. My streaming seems to be losing frames. Let me see. I'm just going to switch. Oh, that should be fine. That's weird. I'm dropping frames. Let me see. How can I fix this? Let me check. Let's just run a speed test to see. See where we're at. That's pretty good. I guess it's the upload speed that's more the issue. Yeah. Interesting. I think I'm green now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'm back. Just waiting for it to come through on this channel. I'm online now. Turn it back on again. Cool. Oh, it says it's sending data to Twitch, and I'm online with YouTube. Ah, cool. Apparently, I'm online again on Twitch, according to that, but not over here. Ah, is it because I've hit play? Try to refresh that page to see if that does anything. Okay, cool. I think we're back. Cool. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know quite what happened. But I've switched to using a different API, or what do I mean? A different thingy-madoof. Cool. So let's see. It's a zero API data layer. Lets you import your server code directly into your React components. Interesting. Everything end to end from the database to the front end. It brings back the simplicity and conventions of frameworks. API not required. Full stack and monolithic. Includes everything from database to your front end, all in a single app. Only one development server. Only one thing to deploy. I'm deployed to server or serverless. I'm curious if it deploys well to Vercel, where I do a lot of deployments. Blitz does all the boring setup and configuration for you. It's got loose opinions, out-of-box experience, guides you on the path of perfect path for most applications. I guess that's similar to Ruby's convention over configuration kind of approach. So we'll see. When you need to go off the beaten path, you're totally free to do so. And nearly everything is pluggable. For example, we don't mandate which styling or form libraries you use. Easy to start, easy to scale. It's stable. Once we reach 1.0, so we're not quite there yet, we'll switch to a stable, predictable release cycle with multiple channels with LTS and beta and all the like of that. And they've got a good community, always an important thing, or they claim to have a good community. I wonder, I hope that's true, and I have no reason to believe it's not. Database agnostic. Native TypeScript. I don't really like TypeScript. I haven't really done much with it, but who knows. Okay, so where's our getting started guide? Docs. Quick start. You'll need Node.js 12. What version of Node am I running? 12. Cool. npm install globally Blitz. And then we're going to, well, give us a new command line tool. So we'll do new, and we'll have a look at that. Why is that so blurry? Is that me choosing the quality here? What happens if I do that? Okay. That looks okay. Cool. So we're downloading npm. Let's see. So we're going to walk through this tutorial. Tutorial is a great walkthrough for all the fundamental parts of Blitz. That's exactly what I want to do. So let's open this up. Caution, before getting started, you should know this is alpha software. Blitz is incomplete. There are rough spots and bugs. APIs may change. We can build an app and deploy it in production. We're excited to see what you build. Thanks for trying the tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through the creation of a basic voting application. Okay, cool. So I guess we need persistence. We need we need HTTP connections. Yeah, I can see that that's a decent use case. We'll assume you have Blitz installed already. Well, that may be a bad assumption, but we'll see. Let's see. If it is installed, well, it's almost installed, so we get there. If this is your first time using Blitz, you'll have to begin with some initial setup. We provide a command which takes care of all of this for you, generating the configuration and the code you need to get started. From the command line, cd into the directory where you'd like to store your code and run the following thingy. Okay, so I'm just going to be a bit impatient, and I will open a new terminal down here while that installation keeps going. I'm going to do it in my code directory. Where will I put it? Oh, it uses Prisma. That's interesting. I'm going to put it in, yeah, let's make a directory for Blitz and go in there. Cool. Empty directory, always good. Cool. So Blitz is installed now. I guess I could have waited that couple of extra seconds, but it's all that. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's just make this my single window again. I'm on Big Sur. Yay, yes I am. Blitz 0.23.0. Okay, so let's try it. So Blitz new, let's call this tutorial. Let's see what happens. You're using alpha software. If any problem, please open an issue. Ooh, pick a form library. I've got 3 to choose from. The only one I know is Formic. I've never seen these other ones before. I like hooks. This one's recommended. I wonder why it's recommended. Do I go with their recommendation or do I go with the one I know? I think for now I'll go with the one I know. Hang tight while we set stuff up. Ooh, that's a whole lot of stuff that just got created. Auth, components, hooks, layouts, some pages. Oh, they're in TypeScript. I don't really know TypeScript. Database, migrations, schemas, integrations. We've got Jest. We have some tests ready to go there. We have some components, a form and a label text field. Okay, cool. So that's going to keep resolving the packages. And let's see what we're going to do after that. This should create a my site directory. Well, let's see if it does. Wow. Oh, wrong page. Let's do this. Why are you being so... Oh, I know why. Sorry. So let's go. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Not in the right spot there. Sorry about that. Nope. We'll try again. Code and Blitz. Okay. Oh, there's a whole load of files here. So next create app, I guess does more. Like I guess it would have the. Oh. So you have some auth. Intriguing. I'm intrigued. We have some components. A .keep file. I wonder what that is. It feels like an interesting use current user hook. What's that do? I guess it's using Oh, nice. I'm liking that. Although it's saved as a TypeScript file, this looks like JavaScript. So I'm feeling slightly more confident about that. Layouts. I'm still curious about that .keep file. Cool. Pages, users. So is this the next pages directory? And where do you get the API routes? So intriguing. I'm very, very intrigued. Integrations. Exciting. So let's see. Do we? Oh, I'm not sure we had. I don't think I noticed the error boundary component. This looks like this tutorial needs to be updated. Layouts, pages. Definitely notice some of those. Integrations, node modules, publics. Cool. Okay. These are files. So the app directory will contain for most of your project. This is where you put any pages or API routes. Your database is where your database configuration goes. If you're running models or checking migrations, this is where to go. Node modules. My node modules aren't here. How's that install going? Okay. Let's see. Where's that virtual terminal gone? We're still fetching packages. That's why it's maybe I don't have things, and we're linking dependencies. Okay, so we'll see. So we've got no modules. We have public. It's a directory. Utils is a good place to put any shared utility files you might use across different sections of your app. We've got our Babel and our .env and our other things. Blitz.config.js. Ooh, I like a custom config file. Oh, it's not where I wanted to go. Sorry, everyone. I say everyone. Sorry, me. Blitz.config.js. Ooh, interesting. So it looks a bit like next.js or next.config.js. So it looks very similar to that. We've got a middleware section. Uncomment this to customize the Webpack config. Colby Fayok's been doing some interesting stuff with Webpack config, which may be relevant to this project later on. Who knows? Okay, on our package JSON and our tsconfig.json is our recommended setup for Kaiser. Okay, cool. So the development server, let's check your Blitz project works. Make sure that you're in my site. Well, it's almost there. Formatting your code to almost there. And we're going to run Blitz start, and we should see prep for launch. Prep for launch. That's a good phrase. I like that. Ooh, field to run. New baby Blitz options field. That's interesting. Okay, so let's have a look. CD tutorial. And Blitz start. They're really keen that we know we're running alpha software. Prep for launch. Okay, so it looks like it's going to start on 3000. Oh, I think I might have something running on 3000 already, so it's gone to 3001. 3001. Cool. That's pretty much what I expect to see in a next setup. But here we go. Congrats, your app is ready, including user sign up and login. That's pretty impressive if that's true. To add a new model to your app, run the following in your terminal. Blitz generate all. Now that feels like Laravel Artisan or the Rails command line tool, which I guess what they're talking about. And then so you generate and then you migrate. Then go to projects. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the tutorial like a good boy. Let's see. So write your first page. Write your first page. I guess that works as logic. Now, your development project is set up and ready to open the file. Okay, so let's see where we are. So we're going to app, pages, index.js. And we are, what do we have here already? We've got layout, we have Blitz page. I don't know what a Blitz page is. That's interesting. So we've got a separate page component and we have a layout. If current user, return a button that says log out with the current user ID. Otherwise, return the sign up and the login. That makes sense to me. Blitz page. Oh, that's for TypeScript. Oh, so we're saying the const home is of type Blitz page. I wonder what the signature of that is. So are we going to change this, I guess? Then go to, I guess, I'm quite confident that this is going to do what I expect it to do. So if I, below this logo, I say, hey, This is Gavin, and we're streaming H1. Yeah? Okay. So that did what I expected it to do, which is super. Oh, I'm just noticing my streaming keeps dropping in and out again. Right, I'm going to pause it again and try switching server one more time. Okay. I guess YouTube's live already because it tends to get live quicker. Cool. Okay, right. If you are around, then sorry about that. Let's see. I think I'm having issues with my my network connection, but let's see. Okay, so that works. We can have a database setup. Okay, by default, the Blitz app is created with a local SQLite database. If you need a database, it's easiest choice. You may want to more scalable data like PostgreSQL. I'm curious how that works in deployment. Particularly thinking about Vercel deployment. Do I need to have like a Postgres, a hosted Postgres instance in some place? Do I need to, do any of that kind of malarkey? I'm not sure. But that is an interesting question that I would like an answer to. And let's see, so generating content. Blitz provides a handy command called generate. Ooh, I like a handy command. Who doesn't? Let's put a new terminal window in here. I'm going to do Blitz generate all question text has many choices. Ooh, that is a very full command. Okay, let's try that. Blitz generate all question text has many choices. Ooh, I have no idea what this is going to do. It's going. Okay, let's see. Ooh, told me a lot of things. Okay, so we create a model for question, and that model has an ID. Created that. It's a text field. Oh, that must be what that word text has. And it has many choices. Oh, interesting. Okay, so choices is a choice of type choice. So that must be a type that they have, and it has many of them. Interesting. So we've done that, and what that has created, let's see what that's created. I'm going to guess it's in the database. Nope. App questions. Sorry, I just noticed that. App questions. Whoa. What is all this malarkey? So we've got a component, which is a form. Form, submit, put your forms here. Okay. I didn't know it was a form. Did I say anything about a form? Maybe question is a form type. Interesting. Mutations, create question, delete question, update question. Okay. Pages, questions page, question ID, index and new. Whoa, this feels like a lot. I wonder if this is what I wanted to do. It's interesting. Okay. Then we generate the choice model with the corresponding queries and mutations. We'll pass. Okay, so we're going to do the same, but for choice, we're going to do Blitz generate resource. So before we had all, and now we have resource. So that I'm interested what else generate gives. I wonder if I do that now. Help, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So we have. All CRUD model, mutations, pages, queries, query, and resource. What file to generate? And then the model, the type of your model. So it goes type and then model. So we're doing resource and then choice. And then other options. It doesn't say what happens with the other variables. Intriguing. Okay. Model task. Here we go. Database models can also be generated directly from the CLI model filter. So okay, so it's like the field name, the field type, and any default value. and some other like belongs to and has many, like we saw in that last example. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Have I done that yet? Can't remember if I did it yet. No. Okay, so Blitz generate resource choice text. Okay, so we have text, or so that's a field, which I guess defaults to a string. The next one's called votes, and it's an int, and it has a default of 0, of an array of 0, I guess. Oh, that's interesting, array. And it belongs to, so a choice belongs to a question. That makes sense to me. Hey, what happened there? Oh. Aha. Note, in case you use ZSH in your terminal, I do, you need to wrap the field with default value in quotes. That makes sense because ZSH will take those square brackets as being something that it should interpret. Let's try that. Hey, that works better. Nice. Okay. Oh, it looks like I've stayed green and there's no issues with the streaming this time. Brill. Okay. So now we need to migrate the database. So that makes sense to me. So we've created the models. We now need to migrate the database. So Blitz db migrate. Name of migration. When I ask you to name migration, name it. Okay. So this means when you can roll back, I guess you would namespace or ooh. Whoa, I don't really understand. So, okay, so we've created this database model. It looks GraphQL-y, doesn't it? I think Prisma is fans with GraphQL, is friends with that. Updated migration, but it goes to an SQL database. So we have your database changes with that. Done with 1 second in migration. Generate a Prisma client, explore the full API, right? We're just going to do what we're told. Okay, so Blitz console. Now let's hop onto interactive. Ooh, a shell. Oh, I love a bit of interactive shell. So Artisan has some, or Artisan and PHP have something similar called, what's it called? Oh, Laravel's Artisan has a similar console. It's called Tinker. That's right. So let's see. So once you're in the console, explore the database API. Ooh, so await database.question .find many. Oh, no, there's nothing there. So let's make a question. So let q equal await db.question.create. And what are we going to create it with? Some data. And that data is text. Oh, not test, text. And it's what is new? Ooh, whoops, sorry, press enter by accident. What's new? Mew? What's Mew? Mew. Is that like a Pokemon? I feel like Mew is probably a Pokemon. Is there anything scroll left there? No. Ah, I'm missing a curly brace though. Undefined. Brilliant. That's what we kind of want. So Q, let's have a look at Q. Hey, it's got an ID of 1. It was created right now, and the text is what's new. Okay. And then I guess if we find many again, we should find that one. Hey, look at that. Okay. Okay. So we have dot create and dot find many. So does that mean they have, does that need to have corresponding mutations? Like, ooh, like, is that related to a database? Does that come with the database layer? I don't, interesting. Fixing generated content. Before running the app again, we need to customize some of the content that has been generated. Ultimately, these fixes will not be needed, but for now, you need to work around a couple of outstanding issues. The delete mutation. Prisma does not yet support cascading deletes. In the context of this tutorial, that means it does not delete the choice data when deleting a question. We need to temporarily augment the generated delete question mutation in order to do that. So that's this delete question TypeScript doof madang. I wonder if this has been updated. So open up that I've done in your text area and add the following to the top of the function body. The delete question function body, which is there. Oh wait, that's okay. So So yeah, so we're saying as well as deleting the question, we should also delete the ID. I guess it should actually go there rather than there. That makes more sense to me anyway. Cool, that makes sense. So we're saying delete the question, and then actually delete all the choices where the question where the choices had the ID of the question that we've just deleted. And there's that ID where is there. Okay, cool, that makes sense to me. The end result should look like that. Interesting that they've put that up above there. I feel like I'd want to delete the question and then the choices, because I wouldn't want to, if the question failed to delete, I wouldn't want to delete the choices. I guess they probably know. Let's just let's just do the way they've said it, and we'll see if I'm sure it's fine. Question page. The generated page content does not currently use the actual model attributes you defined during generation. It will soon, but in the meantime, let's fix the generated page. Okay, so go to pages, questions, index.tsx. So this is the component that's been generated for us. It's a React. It uses suspense. That's interesting because I have issues with Next using suspense during the SSR bit. So maybe this isn't being SSR'd. It's really interesting. Layout, head, link, use paginated query, use router, blitz page. That's the type for TypeScript. Get questions. Okay, items per page, 100. 100 questions. Hope no one asks actually 100 questions. That'd be really annoying. Right. Jump over to that. Notice that a questions list component has been generated for yes. It looks very different from the one in the documentation now though. Again, probably need to go through the documentation, update some of this. And let's see, they've got question name. Yep. Okay, this won't work though. Remember that the question model we created above doesn't have any name field. Oh, that's a point, isn't it? It has a text field. So let's change this to text. That makes sense. Remember the question model we created above doesn't have any name field. To fix this, replace question on name. I've done that. Next, apply a similar fix to the new one. Okay. Create new question. Here, the data. We actually want to create text, is it? Create question, my name. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go away. Okay. Why my name? Why am I not passing in a... I feel like I want to... This looks like it's just going to create a question. It's just going to be my name. I don't understand. I guess it's not actually specific. Here we go. All right. They're saying replace the whole thing with do you love Blitz? Yes. Doesn't really feel a fair question there, does it? Cool. And alerts is, I guess. Finally, we need to fix the edit page. Okay, so let's see if we can work this out. Ooh, I think that's in question ID edit. And where ID is question 1, blah, 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 blah. Try, And again, it's weird to me that this is all hard coded. These aren't dynamic values. I wonder what that choice is about. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Great. No, that's it. Okay, so do I need to restart the app? I think do I need to restart it? Do you think? Yeah, that looks like I need to restart it. Oh, excuse me. So next. Oh, try again. Here we go. So let's stop that and let's start it again. Preparing for launch. Prep for launch. Launched. If I refresh this, you going to complain to me now, or is that just based on not having restarted? Compiled, building. Oh. Sliced questions. Okay. I'm going to check out the questions page. Hey. Ooh, you must be logged in to access this. Interesting. Sign up, I guess. Test.test.com. I wonder who actually owns test.com. I have to get all my emails. This is Kevin. I'm logged in. Okay, so questions. What's new? Okay, so that was the question I added on the command line. I'm just seeing that. I can edit it. And if I edit it, this should change to my name too, I guess. My new name, rather. Oh. Interesting. Yep, so it worked. Still question 1. I don't know why that happened. And then if I create a new question, it should just be called, do you love Blitz? Question 2, do you love Blitz? Yay. Oh, it doesn't have the choices in there. I'm sure I put the choices in the code. Wonder if that's, did I not save this file? Do you love Blitz choices? Oh. Maybe in the question page, we're not actually asking for all the fields. We're saying get that question. Yeah, it just says we're getting the whole question. It's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, let's see what the next bits of the tutorial are saying. Writing a minimal form, you're doing great so far. Oh, I love it when a tutorial gives me encouragement like that. You're doing great so far. Oh, good. Thanks. Next thing, having for a real image, this is what I was saying. Every question, have a look at the app.code question form in your editor. Okay, question form. Where's that? Apps. Components. Aha. Question form. Okay, delete the div that says put your form fields here. Bye div. And instead replace it with some inputs. Okay. Ooh, I'm there. I've got an extra doof dang. We need one more angle bracket there and one less angle bracket there. There we go. Finally, we're going to make sure all that data is submitted. Open up the new page doof. Page questions new. And do what? On submit async blah 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 blah. We're going to replace this whole on submit block, and we're going to so we're getting each of the targets separately. We're numbering those. Okay, so let's just replace that whole thing there. Did that replace it, or did that just put it on top of it? Nope, it looks like it's done a good job. Okay. In the end, your page should look something like this. Question looks pretty good. Listing choices. Time for a breather. Go back and check questions. Okay, I'm going. Hey, questions, you're still there. There's not flash of data. I wonder what they're using for data state. In your browser, look at all the questions you've got. How about we list these questions choices too? First, we need to customize the questions query. In Prisma, you need to manually let the client know that you want the query for nested relations. Change the get questions and get questions to look like this. Okay, so at the moment, our query apparently is just looking for question and not the nested ones. So, so we're saying this is the question rather than the questions. Let's do the questions first, apparently. Excuse me. Cool. So we see get questions. At the moment, this is just getting the question itself, but not getting anything that's nested. So how does it do that? Include choices is true. Okay. So we just need to add this line to the query under the find many. We're saying find many where order by, take, skip. It's interesting. I find database CRM sometimes, or ORMs, where you kind of are abstracting away from stuff. Sometimes not that straightforward, because you have to learn a new coding language just for this. This is Prisma, which I think originally started as a GraphQL project and has got better, or has got more coverage now. So now I've got choice equals true. So I guess now when I click on here, I should see the one choice, which is yes. No. I wonder if I have to restart the server or something. And oh, I know why. Because I've got the list questions, but I haven't changed I know why. So I've got the get questions, but I haven't updated the get question. Ooh, okay. I'm going to guess at this. Include choice true. I think that was the way I did it last time. No, I was wrong. Boo. Choices. No, let's see. Include choices. True. Is that it? Was it just that I had... Is that it? Woo! Cool. Okay, so we have our choices, and we can see that there's one choice called yes. It currently has no votes. It belongs to question 2. Okay, pretty cool. Now I hop back to our main questions page in your editor, and we can list the choices of each question. Add this code beneath your code. We're saying for each question, list that. Okay, that makes sense. So where am I going for that? The questions list, which is where? Oh, that was pages, index. I think it's in here. Where would you put it? So it says beneath the link of your question, text. So like here. Oh, I need to turn off my notifications. That's my sister. Okay, so we're gonna put it in here. UL. Oh, someone was here and it's gone now. Bye bye, someone. Question.choices.map choice. So we're saying for every choice in choices, we want, what do we want? We want an li component. And the li is going to have a key because it's a mapped list, and that key is going to be the choice.id. I'm going to say, just in case, I don't really like just putting raw numbers in there because we could have another thing on the same page that also had the same key, which React does not like. Okie doke. So for that choice, we want the text, and then we want the votes. See, panickety me, I want it actually to say I want it to be like vote for if it's got one vote. Okay, cool. So now back at our questions page, we should now say yes, and it's got 0 votes. Okay. Yep, I'm loving it. Okay. Magic, let's do one more thing. Let's let people vote in the questions. That makes sense. Okay, so in each question, in this page, the one we're just showing there, replace the question 1 ID, increase that bit with question 1.text. So rather than saying question 1, let's just give the text of the question instead. We don't need the word question for that anyway. We don't need the word question for that. So, and then we probably don't want to stringify it anymore. We're going to say delete. It says delete the pre-element. Yeah. So we don't want that anymore. And replace it with this. li choice ID. That's not going to let them vote yet. That's just going to say like, do the blitz? Yes, 0 votes. I still want to be able to vote. Yep, that's what it looks like. Now it's time to add the vote button. Yeah. So we're going to add a button, and the button's going to be called vote. We're just going to put it below the choice. Nice. Button vote slash button. Then import the update choice mutation generated at the beginning. Where was that? Update choice. That was in choices, right? Choices, mutations, update choice. Cool. Okay, so it was a question ID. Nope, not that one. The index dot. It was this one. Okay, so we want to import update choice from. Oh, I like what they're doing. So app.choices.mutations slash update choice. That's right. Why are you blue? Why are you blue? It's declared, but its value is never used. Okay, that's fine. We're going to use it in a minute. I'm going to say, we're going to have a handle vote function. We're going to say, hey, let's handle that there vote. I'm going to say async ID votes. And what are we going to do? When we get that, we're going to do a try catch. If we catch the error, what are we going to do? We're going to do alert. It's interesting that default to alert, because I'd always do console log. But I guess, why not? I presume it's 2. Is it 2? Yeah. Okay, so that's our catch, or in our try, what we're going to do, we're going to get updated. We're going to await update choice, which should mean that that blue under that update on line 6 will disappear in a second. Where ID, interesting, is that maybe defaults to the ID. Data, and the data we're sending is the votes, which is votes plus 1. That blue line's disappeared. These are blue, I know. Interesting that that's the update that we don't actually. Oh, right, sorry. And then we want to alert success update it, so then we actually do use the. Okay, that makes sense. Apparently I was not in insert mode. Okay, cool. And then I presume what we're going to do is on click. It's going to be handle vote. On click. Choice ID, choice votes. Cool. Just let's do that, eh? So to look like that. It does. So now over here do we have a vote button. If I click this. Nice. Oh, it did update quite quickly. Ooh. Oh, pretty. And it's persistent in the database. So if I come away, it's over here and it's over there. And if I refresh the page, it's there as well. Quite like a bit of database action. Congrats, you created your very own Blitz app. Have fun playing with it or sharing it with friends. Now you finished. This is what I want. I want now to be able to deploy this app on Versal to see how that goes. Deploy to Versal. You first need to change the defined data source in schema from SQL to Postgres. Okay, I can do that. So in db / schema, here we go. We're going to change this. Oh. Comment that out. It looks like that's the format they've got above. And our data source for a... Oh, sorry. Hold on. Interesting. Like they say data source SQLite as opposed to data source DB. I wonder if that's wrong. I wonder if this should be data source DB. because we're saying the data source of the database as opposed to, I don't understand. I'm going to go with what I think it is because I'm arrogant like that. Equals PostgreSQL and a URL which equals an environment variable which is the database.url. I'm guessing we'll have to do some setups for that. Assume you have a Versal account. I do. You need a production Postgres database. This is what I thought. Okay, intriguing. It's straightforward to set this up in DigitalOcean. That's a paid service. You also need a connection pool. This is relatively straightforward to set up in DigitalOcean. The entire database. Oh. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So now I'm having to set up a DigitalOcean. Do I have any servers that I've got spun up that I have somewhere? What is like Postgres as a service? Well, who does that? Aurora, Azure, Elephant. Automates every part of the setup. I want something. Oh, I want something free because I'm a bit tight. Do you have a free tier? Tiny Turtle. Shared high performance server, 20 megabytes of data. If you're just doing text, that's not really that's quite a lot. 5 concurrent connections. Okay, let's try this for free. We lost you there. Please log in. Sure, I'll log in. I'm going to be at kevincunningham.co.uk and I'm going to create a new password, generate a password from 1Password, and saved. And then I'm quite happy for you to keep me signed in. My email or password. Oh, trying to sign up. Ugh, it's annoying. Okay, let's try it again. An email will be sent your way. Let's check that out, eh? Email me. What's that from? Here we go. Confirm email. I'm doing this in my little window. It's asking for a password. And I've done that. Have I read your terms and service? I haven't, but I'll say yes. Can you email me? No, thank you. Hey, okay, so hey, host swashbucklers. Whoa, here come. Go. That's from a kids' TV show my kids watch. No, I don't watch anymore. Create a new instance, yes, please. No credit card. Please add a credit card if you want to subscribe to a pay plan. I do not. This is Tiny Turtle. What are we going to call this instance? This is for Blitz. Let's call it our Blitz database. Tiny Turtle. Select region. EU somewhere. Do you have anywhere in the EU? Let's go to Ireland. Ireland, together standing tall. Cool. Go for it. Create that there instance. Now, you wanted me to do other stuff. You said, I need a connection pool. I presume I've got a connection pool. Ensure your pull mode set to transaction. Let's see. What type of connection pool do you have? Who knows? Transfer ownership to other people. I don't know if you have it or not. Anyway, let's wait to see. I presume it's still deploying. It couldn't have got deployed that quickly, okay? I have a connection URL. I've got a password. I've got an active plan, and I have an API key. So let's assume it's doing what we want it to do, and then we'll try this deployment. You need your entire database connection string. My entire database connection string. I'm going to delete this database after this stream, so I'm not that bothered. It's probably username, password. Cool. Oh, here. This is it here. Nice. So let's get my entire database connection string like so. And okay, I think I've got that. Let me put it somewhere over here just so I've got it for later. Yeah, Postgres username, password, host, port. Yep, I've got my entire database connection string. And if using PG bouncer default connection, you must add PG bounce equals true. I don't know if I am doing that, so I'll just leave it alone. Check your build script in JSON package JSON is production, database DB migrate, and Blitz build. It's a good thing to check. Package.json build script. At the moment, it just says build, but before we build, we need to do some database. Oh, change your build script in packages to be. To be that. Okay. Add your DB as a secret to that. Okay, so I need to deploy this to Vercel now. So, I'm going to run Vercel. Yes, please. Under me, not my company. Link to this project. No. Blitz tutorial. It's located, where am I? In there, yes please. Now, that's creating a project which is being uploaded. So if I get there quickly enough, I can add the environment variable for the hasn't arrived yet. Oh, do you want to override all detected blitz.js build command npm run build or blitz build output directory? Do you want to override these settings? No, I'm fine. Okay, cool. Start the deployment and it's linked it. So let's see. So I should be able to see it now. All those cards just move. So I'm assuming, yeah, come on. Let's see if I can do this before you fall over because I haven't put the environment variables in. Database URL equals. Have I got it? No. Oh. Which one is it? Where's the new file? I think I've. Oh, did I still have that? No. Oh. Lost it. Boo. Let's go back to elephants then. Elephant. And Elephant SQL, which apparently is giving me a free SQL database. If I go to this one and get my connection string. I doubt I've got there on time. That's all I can say. Add it in there. Okay, vterm, where are you? I'm here, Kevin. Oh. Oh. Do it. Warning, blitz, something or other. Oh, so it's. Oh, it's boo. Missed it. We'll try it again. Vercel will probably look at my documents and go, there's nothing new here. So if I touch nothing to see here. And then I can do Vercel --prod, which will update it to that. And then we can watch the new deployment. Let's see. Overview. It should be deploying right now. I'm getting lots of messages. My phone's blowing up. Oh, cool. Building. want the build that's going on right now. Go back to my thingy. This one. Ooh. Why does that say that? Have I forgot to save it? Don't understand. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see. So that bit's up. Okay, that's good. And then questions. Failed to parse JSON request from that. Wonder why. So which route do you think that was? Field or API questions, queries, get questions. Hey. API questions, queries, get questions. Okay, so let's watch that page. Let's refresh here. Maybe it's cached, so I'll just do a couple of hard refreshes. Nothing coming through on the real-time logs. Field requests, none. It says field to parse JSON from request, API questions, queries, get questions. And I'm looking at API questions, queries, get questions. That is odd. What about from any API function? You're viewing the real-time logs of the serverless functions in your deployment. Let's try again. See if there's anything coming through. That is odd. That is Todd. Okay. So what? Oh, let me open Vim inside of Emacs, because that's a sensible thing to do. Let me add my database URL in here. Oh, no, not the database URL though. That's weird. Escape's not working in this context. Oh, that's so annoying. I can't hit escape inside of this because escape is being captured by everything else. What I want to do here, I forgot what I'm trying to do. Sorry. CD Blitz tutorial. So I've got an error here. Questions. Oh yeah, I wanted to add the database URL to the .env file. So actually, if I open it this way, then so code Blitz tutorial .env. Hey, okay, cool. So database URL equals this thing. And then I need to restart my server. So vterm next, exit, quit, exit as a function. Oh, dot exit. And then blitz start. At least I assume I'm not running anywhere else. Okay, so locally then I'm hoping that if I go here, this is working okay. I'm still logged in. Interesting. That shouldn't be there because Oh, does my database configuration use confused? Why am I confused? Where's it getting this database user from? Because that's not on my Postgres database. This isn't my SQLite database. So why? So maybe I was wrong. Maybe this should be database source PostgreSQL. And then let's try that again. Let's start. Okay. So I'm hoping there's no questions here because it's getting it from Postgres rather than from my local database. Huh. Where's my client? I don't understand. Why are you getting it? Why are you not getting these questions from my db.sqlite? Well, is it because it's there? Like if I delete that, does that work? Then I can do my migrations. Let's migrate, I think it is. Migrate. Huh. It's in package.json. Blitz.db migrate. Blitz.db migrate. Validating data source. The URL for data source, it must start with a protocol PostgreSQL. Oh, that's what I wanted to. I thought it did. Denv. Huh. Doesn't look like it does, but I'll add it in just to be sure. Database URL, env. Okay, I'm not sure. So I think, it's in here. So that's why I was getting that problem, because my local is set up. That makes more sense to me now. So if I take that line and put it there, and delete that. Let's try that for another time. Oh, initdb. Failure. Generic error. The database, the source DB does not exist in the schema. It is not possible to delete it. Checking data source for potential data loss. Don't understand. So is there something about, is there a local configuration or something? Oh, maybe because I've done other migrations already. Oh yeah. This is your Prisma schema file. This is your Prisma schema file. Yeah, that doesn't look like my Prisma schema file. That looks like my Prisma schema file. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Failure during a migration command. Generic error. Error, the source DB does not exist in the schema. It is not possible to delete it. Okay. All right, I think I'll stop there. It's been about an hour. So what have I learnt? It's pretty good. It feels a lot like a full stack framework. It hasn't got very like I haven't really been exposed to much Reacty stuff. Don't feel like I know a lot of what would be what I do next. That's styling, so more statistics about votes, deploy live. But yeah. So what's it then do? It talks about Next.js, why use full stack to front end, data letter, relaxed restrictions. Next.js requires all of your pages go into a single folder. An infinite number of pages folders. This huge benefit for scalability and developer experience. Oh, that's quite nice actually. I quite like that. Built-in authentication. It's built-in session management. It works with any hosted third-party services. Conventions. Next.js does not have any conventions apart from file services. Apart from what? Apart from file-based routing, yeah. Bits bring a number of conventions, how you organize your files and structure your routes. This means that you don't waste time figuring out how it benefits the community. Common project structure and architectural patterns allow you to move between Blitz app to Blitz app and immediately feel at home. I feel that when I move from Tailwind to Tailwind. Code scaffolding, code generation, installer recipe, style components, Sentry, my boilerplate. All your favorite libraries. Oh, that's very nice. Recipes are so you can make your own recipe. Ooh. New app development. A new Next.js is totally bare bones. So every time you start a Next.js project, you spend hours setting up all the basics like ESLint, Husky, Git, and things. A new Blitz app use a ton of time because it's pre-configured for you. It's a community project, which is started by Brandon Bayer. You should probably follow him. From the very beginning, it's not owned by a company and hasn't raised any venture capital. Win. He works mostly full time. And then does consulting on the side to support himself. All the contributors on their free time. 120 total contributors. Maybe I should do some contributions to this for Hacktoberfest. Minor changes, everything else is in RFCs. Your role as a member of the Blitz community, value your input, ideas, and suggestions, how to level up the community. NPM releases, finances, core team. L2 maintainers, L1 maintainers, the Blitz.js manifesto. Technology follows repeating cycle bundling and unbundling. I was in a conversation with someone thinking about bundling and unbundling recently. Green 5, Ruby can force major unbundling help with release of React. That's true. And then, so what's Blitz for? It's designed for building tiny to large full stack database backed applications that have one or more graphical user interfaces like web or mobile apps. Foundational principles: full stack and monolithic, API not required. I don't know what that means. A convention over configuration, so that's the Ruby thing. Loose options, easy to start, easy to scale, scalability, community over code. Full stack and monolithic. A full stack monolithic database, API not required. Until now, choosing React for your view data layer required to have a REST or GraphQL, even if it wasn't used by third parties. This additional complexity is a significant drawback not shared by traditional center. Blitz is a framework for 99% of us compared at companies with less than 100 employees. The vast majority of these apps don't actually need an API, at least not until years down the road when you have time and resources to build one. I'm not sure I believe that. Because like the database interpretation is an API. Like it says an API not required, but they have. I know from what a little bit I've done in this tutorial today that it is an API, because if you look at how we're querying stuff, we have like DB question find ones. We have this kind of syntax, which is not an API over HTTP, but it is like a domain specific language. So I guess, but anyway, API not required. Exposed API not required. HTTP backed API. No, I don't really understand that. Anyway, configuration, conventional for configuration. So that's what's coming from Ruby. Is that sense there? Loose opinions, easy to start, easy to scale, stability, and community over code. So how have I found it? I quite enjoyed it. Deploying, I wasn't able to get it deployed because it required an actual database to be deployed. So that's a slight disadvantage. And I tried to do that with this free database, Elephant SQL, which I'll delete because that didn't work. So I think if I was going to do this again, I would do it with maybe use Heroku for a database. See if I could use that. Vercel won't do the database backing, so it does everything else, but you need to host a database separately. I was getting some errors here. It says failed to parse JSON requests from API questions, queries, get questions. But when I checked the logs, there was nothing coming through in Vercel. So I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, it felt like a full stack framework, I guess. Yeah, it was definitely database backed. It was definitely, it had a nice console, like PHP, Artisan Tinker or Node thingy. It's just like Blitz console, and you can do like you could do things like DB. Oh, you have to do it as a wait though. Like I'll move myself out of the way so it's maybe easier to see. So DB. Oh, problem is that now I was fiddling with the DB. It's disappeared. DB.questions find many. Find many. I think it is, or is that it? Find all. And then pass in an empty object. I think that's right. No. Probably don't know what I'm talking about. But it was interesting anyway. And yeah, I think I would be up trying to do a bit more with this. I think so. But I'll have a look. So thank you for Blitz, and thank you if you were here. Thank you for the people. There were 2 people around. I think there were 3 people earlier on. Thank you for being around. I think I might think about an egghead video or 2 that I can get out of this, which would be useful. Bye. Thank you.